A real strong finish to the program at Sha Tin on Sunday with a good quality Class 2 race over 1,800 metres with 6 potential Derby players in it. Glorious Artist at the top is probably looking for an all-weather race for Derek Long and Frankie Law. Savvy 6 wasn't too bad last time out. Helene leading star dropping back in distance. Nakoni Express coming into this hit the line well behind Pressure Ship last time out. Tianchi Monster Super Oasis has been back to the trials and did run third in that recent trial. Columbus County there, he was brilliant last time out, finished off really powerfully after being checked in the straight. Butterfield, Savvy 9, High Rev on the back up from Wednesday night, and amazing beats at the bottom there for Karis Teton and Paul O'Sullivan. Savvy 6, Helene leading star, and Enrichment, the 3 runners that have been up to Chungfar in the last 30 days. Righto, time to have a look at the speed map, and Graham, we have a look at the speed map from the beginning here. With settling out front, Classic Beauty potentially here off a good to slow tempo.
Yeah, it makes sense. He's lost his form, Classic Beauty, but it makes sense for him to go across from a high draw and make the running. Not quite so sure about Amazing Beats here. He's also drawn high. It would represent a change of game plan for him. Where I might differ with this map slightly is Super Oasis, big fancy for Sunday's race. He hasn't gone forward in his races so far, but I think with Joe Moreira on board for the first time, there's a good chance he'll take a more prominent position. Likewise, Helene leading star, he can miss the break slightly, but he's got no turn of foot. And if he's going to have a leading chance, he's probably going to have to be handier than this map suggests.
OK, so the speed map there, interesting points there, Graham, with Helene leading star and Super Oasis, Paul.
No, Coney Express, the first one I look at, he always runs his race, this horse. He's run 4th at the last couple of starts. He goes nicely once again. So another horse very fit. This will be his 5th run this season, already a winner as well. Columbus County only had the 2 starts here. He's run well on both times. The second behind Pressure Ship I thought was really, really good. And he strides out nicely in his piece of track work here, and you can see he's on a bit of a loose rein as well as he comes down. OK, so a few of the key players there. Let's hear from one of the trainers of one of the key players in the race. It is Casper Founds, touching on Columbus County.
Casper, Columbus County ran well first up, but then he had a decent break. Why was that?
He had a setback. He cut his stifle in the race at the gates on that first run, and this took a while to heal over. But he's come back all right, you know. Obviously, his last run was very pleasing, Ed. A bit unlucky, should have won. But now it's all systems go forward, yeah.
Has he come on from that last run?
I think so. He looks good. Drawn a good gate. Zach on top, you know, and extra furlong. So hopefully that'll be a winning move for us.
Do you rate him as a Derby chance, Casper?
Yeah, look, he's only rated 85. He's got to get there. Hopefully he needs to be winning a race at least, you know, to make it into the Derby field and be competitive, yeah.
Would he be a horse that would go to the Classic Cup, or sort of how do you map his program potentially towards the Derby?
Yeah, at this stage, on the 23rd of Feb, there's a couple of races. You've got the Classic Cup 1800 and you've got a Class 2 2000 as well. So we'll just see what happens on Sunday. You know, hopefully he can win for us, and then we'll just take it from there.
What's he like as a horse to train, Cass?
Yeah, very straightforward. Yeah, he's a gentleman. Everything's good.
Bit like yourself.
Bit like you, mate. I got him before you there.
So he's always great fun down at the track in the morning is Casper Founds, and he's got a real strong charge in this race with Columbus County.
I hope so, because if Casper Founds has a leading Derby candidate, it's going to add a great deal of colour. And he looks a pretty good horse. He was certainly a bit unlucky last time when he just got out too late, couldn't quite catch a bang-in form horse, Pressure Ship. Yeah,
and Pressure Ship form I thought was really, really good. I like Nakoni Express's run in that as well. I thought he hit the line all right, but it was a good run, and he did have to get off heels at one stage as well.
Let's have a look at the key players here in this race at Sha Tin. We'll start off by looking at Helene leading star. You can see him there. Also in the race, we've got High Rev, who was on the back up from Wednesday night. Savvy 6 is there in the race. You've got Enrichment further out on the track. Tianchi Monster there in the green cap. And Classic Beauty, who is down on the rail. And as we have a look at them go here, it was a pretty good performance on this occasion from Helene leading star, but he is dropping back here in distance.
Yeah, he's a one-paced horse. He effectively needs a really good gallop at this trip or further. I quite like his chances as price Helene leading star. He has been unlucky once or twice, but that just lack of a turn of foot has held him back more than once, Paul.
Yeah, he has, and I thought 2,000 plus is probably his go. I mean, I must admit, I haven't got any of these horses in. I think there's a bit of form races in that one.
OK, the next replay here, we've got Enjoying, and Enjoying there at this point of the race. As I look for Enjoying,
Yes, on.
He's there, Graham. Should be able to find him. Super Oasis, we've got him way out on the track there. In Richmond coming through this race as well. He's in the blue cap with the white spots. Amazing beats. He was way out on the track on this point. Again, we see Tianchi Monster. He was up near the pace. And Classic Beauty down there on the rail. So it was a really good performance on this occasion from Enjoying. He really rattled home, and he's been good in a recent trial also.
I think Enjoying on the inside and towards the outside Super Oasis are the two key horses here. You can see that Enjoying finds trouble getting a run. He needs upgrading, but I think Super Oasis deserves an upgrade as well. He was drawn wide. He travelled really well for a long way. Very little between those two at the line pole. But we need to consider more than this, because if we look back at their form in New Zealand, to me, Super Oasis was a better horse than Enjoying when they ran in the Australian Derby. And overall, I would take Super Oasis ahead of Enjoying. Many people will disagree.
OK, who's on top, Paul?
I've got Columbus County on top. I thought it was a really good run from him last time, and he comes out of a really strong form race as well. Agree with Graham, Super Oasis and Enjoying, and then the Coney Express. 8, 6, 7 and 4.
Terrific race this. I really hope we get a significant Derby player, or more than one. Super Oasis is a horse I've had high on my Derby list for a while. Columbus County is progressing. Elaine Leading Star is a galloper, but he's in form, and Enjoying ties in really well with Super Oasis. Straightforward. Win 6 for me.
Yep, on top for me is Columbus County, but certainly give Super Oasis a lot of respect as well. Let's have a look at the stats. Paul, what are we doing here?
Francis Loy on the dirt. His all-weather record's been fantastic this season, and I think this one's for you can add to that stat. He's going really, really nicely as this one's for you.
Righto, in terms of the bests on the program, Paul, who are you going with?
Casemiro to atone for his last start. Unlucky last time. Barrier 7, he'll come down the outside. And a real open race. I thought the 1,000 metres straight. I like the horse Larson at a big price. I'm going to take him in the QQP with Hong Kong Win and Valiant Dream.
Hong Kong Win for me. It may be that he's a Valley performer, but I think he's just improving. Carefree Prince is a likely long shot with Lyle on board. Lots of L's there. Play of the day. A TS. Inner Flame is the banker. Invincible Missile, Island Shine, Honest Way, Glenealy Generals to back him up.
Righto, my best of the day comes up in the last Columbus County, race 10, number 8 on the program. The value play comes up on the all-weather. It's with Tang Fleming, race 6, number 5, and the play of the day with race number 5, Monica, Super Elegance and Money Back. Hopefully we can get the money back there in the final race. That wraps up the program. Graham, Paul, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep,
should be a good program coming up at Sha Tin. Back at Happy Valley again on Wednesday night. Thanks for joining us here on Racing to Win.
Good night.